successful entrepreneur and an Amazon business owner, known for his remarkable achievements in the e-commerce industry. Alongside his wife, he has established a thriving Amazon business that has supported their family's financial needs. In a short period, specifically during the fourth quarter of 2012, they transformed their Amazon business from a startup to ranking with the top 25% of all sellers on the platform, achieving significant success. Before venturing into the world of Amazon, Barrington worked in information technology management for a company headquartered in Houston, Texas. However, he had a strong desire to be present with his family while providing for them financially. This led him to pursue his dream of establishing a successful home based business through Amazon. Through his dedication, strategic approach, and the support of his mastermind group, Barrington McIntosh has exemplified the potential for success within the Amazon business landscape. He deserves, he serves, as an inspiration to aspiring entrepreneurs looking to carve their own path in the world of e-commerce. Thank you and welcome, Mr. Barrington McIntosh.
Hi, thanks, Joanna, and looking forward to this presentation today. We're going to be talking about Amazon. We're going to be talking about eBay. We're going to be talking about Etsy. I'm just going to allow a minute or so for others to join in. And in the meantime, we're going to get the presentation ready. We're going to have the presentation up and going. Now, this is an interactive session, guys. I want you to be a part of this session as much as possible. I don't just want you to just be here and be like, yeah, I'm just going to listen. It's all about taking action. And once you're able to take action, you're going to see dramatic results. So I'm going to share my slide now, and I'm going to be going for about 45 minutes. So if you have questions, keep your questions. Put them in the chat because we want you to get the most out of this. And we want you to stay to the end of this presentation because there is something special that's going to happen. Trust me on that. When I say something special is going to happen. And I'm going to share my screen now. So once I share, just let me know if you guys are seeing the screen and you're ready to rock and roll, because I'm going to be going into presentation mode, so I'm not going to see anything around me. So guys in the back, just make sure that you're hearing me, make sure that the slides are advancing, because once I go into presentation mode, I'm not seeing what's going on. I'm just into it. I'm just going to be delivering content. So, Nick, are you hearing me? Is everything good? Can you see my slides? I'm going to go into presentation mode now.
So we're seeing and hearing.
Okay, you're seeing it, right. All right. So I'm going to go into presentation mode so that you will be able to see slideshow, play from start. All right. So welcome everybody. I know some may be joining later, some may be watching this on the replay. So we're going to be talking about future trends and opportunities for Jamaicans on Amazon, eBay, Etsy. Some of the platforms that we're on, Shopify, we're going to be talking about Walmart. We're going to be talking about a lot of different platforms. Some you know about, like Amazon, everybody knows Amazon. But some of them, you're not too sure about them. But we're going to be talking about how and why these need to be a part of what you are looking at for your e-commerce trends. Now, I'm starting off the slide today with it's something that I always, try to associate with selling online. But I want to ask who's on this webinar right now. Have you ever applied for a US visa? Just tell me straight. Have you ever applied for a US visa? You can put it in the chat and Nick will take some, hits and let me know what's going on in the back. But have you ever applied for a US visa? If you to get the US visa, they're going to want certain things. They want to prove that you are who you say you are. So if you come on and your name is Barrington McIntosh, you're going to say, okay, Mr. McIntosh, we want to see a bank statement. We want to see a bank statement to know that the bank is doing business with you, so you're legit, you're legal. We want proof of income. We want proof of some assets, something to show us that you're not going to go into the country and run off. Overall, what they're looking for is proof to show that you will come back to Jamaica after a short stay in the US. That's what they're looking for. And if you've been there before and you see this picture, it brings back memories. Your hand them a sweat. You're thinking, I'm going to get the visa. I wonder if I'm going to get the visa. And when you get to the window now, and sometimes the officer starts to talk very loud and you're intimidated and you're like, man, I wonder if I'm going to get the visa. But if you have been through this before, tell me how you feel when you get that little blue paper and they say, go over to DHL. Tell me how you feel when you see that. You don't even want them to call you back. You just try to hit the door and you try to exit because you're just like, yeah, I got the visa. Now, it's a similar process to start selling on Amazon or any platform online. Amazon, for example, will want your bank. I'll tell you the 5 things you need. That's what I'm saying. This webinar, even if you just come on this webinar, you do nothing else, you should be able to leave with some actionable steps right off of this webinar. So Amazon will need your bank or credit card statement. They're going to need your driver's license or your passport. They're going to need proof of, so the bank or state credit card statement, that's the proof of your address. Mobile phone, they're going to want a chargeable card, and they're going to want a new email address. Most of us shop on Amazon already, correct? Most of us shop on Amazon. So Amazon don't want you to use the email that you use to buy from them. They want you to create, you can, but it will cause conflict. They want you to use a separate email that now says, hey, I'm going to be selling on the platform. And remember, Jamaica only got accepted to sell on Amazon since 2021. So this is big, huge. I've been selling on Amazon since 2009. We've been on there for a long time, 15, almost 16 years, a long time. So what if I tell you there's a simple step-by-step process that I know that will help you to get your visa? What if I tell you that? You'd be like, Barrington, we didn't come on this webinar to learn how to apply for visa, even though if you have them steps, you could have gone and share them still, because, hey, if I don't have a visa, and I'd love to get a visa. We're on here to learn about Amazon. So let me ask you a question. What is that one thing that Jamaicans treasure more than anything else? I mean, you don't play with it. If you have it, you don't mess with it. You make sure that even if you travel and come back, you put that in a safe place. You always want to make sure that it's in good order. If it needs to renew, your heart a beat because you're like, I wonder if I'm going to get it back. If you've answered US visa, you're correct. Why? Because the US visa gives you access to another country. It gives you access to earn more money. It gives you access to go somewhere new and understand certain things that you can bring back to Jamaica. And you can then say, hey, I went to the US and I learned how to do this, or learned how to do that, or learned how to buff a car, or whatever it is. And I took that skill set back to Jamaica and now I'm able to make some money. That's the same thing with Amazon. Amazon allows you to set up a store right here in Jamaica on their platform, and then you have those products visible to millions of people around the globe. Amazon handles fulfillment, they collect the money, then they send you a check every 2 weeks, like clockwork. Now, if anybody on here asks, does Amazon work? The answer to the question is, do you buy on Amazon? And for the most part, 90-something% of everybody on here is going to say, yeah, we buy on Amazon. But did you know that Amazon.com doesn't carry all the products on Amazon.com? 52% of all the products are sold by sellers like me and soon to be you. We just bring our products onto Amazon's marketplace. They give us a store. They charge us $39.99 every month and 15% commission when something sells. That's it. But they give you access to customers who are not going to nickel and dime you, not going to ball on your price. Customers who are like, I see what I want, I'm going to pay the price for it. And that's what we're going to show you throughout this webinar. So I want you to stick with this. And as I said, there's something special in the end you're going to see. So just stick with me. Now, the first thing I want you to change, guys, is your mindset. What is the mindset, Barrington? What are you talking about, changing mindset? So there are two types of mindset. There's a fixed mindset and there's a growth mindset. So the fixed mindset is like, well, I go to work 9 to 5 every week. I'm good. I can't do nothing more than that. That's it. My everybody tell me that. Listen, go hold a 9 to 5 and hold on your job, and that's it. You're good to go there. But a growth mindset is like, oh, even if I'm at work, I can still be doing something that can be earning me passive income while I'm sitting down. And I know you hear the term all the time, passive income, but how is that done? Now, all of us purchase items all over. We buy items every day. We have to eat. One of our biggest categories on Amazon is grocery. We sell a lot of grocery items. Why? Because people have to eat every day. That's not optional. That's like, you know what? I'm not going to eat today. You don't have people saying that. They have to purchase. Consumers have to buy over and over. And North America is by far the largest market. So if you're around people who are saying, listen, this Amazon thing is a joke thing, man. I try it and you know what? It don't work for me, so and so and so. They're in a fixed mindset. And if you are around those kind of people, you will do nothing else. But if you're in a growth mindset, like everybody on this webinar, you come on this webinar to learn, hey, how can I set up an Amazon store? What can I do to be able to have products presented on the largest marketplace in the world to people who are hungry to buy Jamaican products? That's what we're going to be talking about. So the question is, can this really work for me? I mean, I'm here in Jamaica. I go on YouTube and see all these people, oh, I'm doing this, I'm selling that. It works for them. They live in the US. They have all access to loans and all of that. But what about me? Can this work for me? Now, the fact that over 200 subscribed on this short notice is like, yeah, what I'm about to show you really does work. And I've been teaching this since 2013. I've gone to many, many different states all over the US, gone to the largest Amazon sellers conferences and talked to people from all over the world on doing this. And I live right here in Jamaica. I live right here in Jamaica. So, as I mentioned, I want you to stay on this presentation. I'm going to show you that it worked. Not only going to talk to you about it, but I'm going to show you that it worked. Now, what are some of the challenges? Listen, when I finish work, I'm just too tired. I can't do nothing else. I'm so tired. I just want to get back tomorrow morning and go back on the wheel and go back to my 9 to 5. And then Friday, I'm like, yes, it's Friday. I'm off. I just looking forward to the weekend. And when Monday come here, like, oh, geez, Monday again. I have to go back to work. It's too hard. I hear people say, boy, this Amazon thing don't work because this happened and that happened and that happened. I'm too busy. I have too many things going on, so I just can't do it. It's just too early. I just don't know if I can, put in the work to get it done. But I'm here to tell you, no excuses. You know where I grew up? I grew up on Waltham Park Road. Waltham Park Road. I grew up on a road called Whitfield Avenue. When we're going to school, I went to Whitfield all age. When we're going to school, people say, I don't know why I want to pick me I go on with a tough head go to school, because I don't not cut on out to nothing. Every day I just wasting my parents' money. And that stuck with me. Like, that was a challenge. You mean you're saying that I'm not going to pass common entrance? Really? Okay, no problem. That gave me a challenge. And I'm like, I can't believe. You know what? Even one of the teachers said it to us. Like, every day on the play scrimmage. Not turn out to nothing. But little did I know that was reverse psychology. Because the thing got me so mad. I was just like, you know what? Me have to pass. And guess which school me going to take for? Can anybody guess which school me going to take for coming from Whitfield Avenue, Kingston 13, where once I look at your thing, you don't have no chances to go to this school. You know what I said? I am going to take for Campion College. I want the highest of the high. I'm going to take for Campion College, coming from Kingston 13, Whitfield Avenue. Let's see what happens. So did buckle down, do my work, everything. And then guess what? When it came out that it was time for results, I looked in the paper all day, never saw my name. Like, look up and down, buy one other paper, look up and down, didn't see it. Then I heard somebody call and scream, you passed with Campion, you passed. You know what that showed me? There are no excuses. You can do it. If you put your mind to it, you buckle down and do your work, you can do it. And from that day, I've always walked around with the mentality, If you put your mind to something, if you sit down and say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put in the work, this can work for you. So 99% of failures come from people who have a habit of making excuses. No, I can't do it, because so you already mindset-wise tell yourself, I'm not going to do it. Well, that's what's going to play out. But once you're seeing somebody who is doing it successfully and you're like, if he can do it from Jamaica, why can't I do it? And I'm going to show you proof. I'm going to show you clients who we have coached who are just coming from nothing. One student who she started last year, August. And when she called me and told me that she's almost $20,000 on eBay, I was blown away. $20,000 US on eBay. That is over $3 million. She said, thank you so much. I've never seen this kind of money in my life. Never. And she's doing it right from Jamaica, using the post office. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about. That's why it's just like it's there and it's hidden. But once you know how to unlock it. So when we talk about channels, it's really, so you'll hear me talk about, oh, one channel of selling is Amazon, another channel is eBay, another channel is Shopify. It's really just how people go to get their items. So some people go on eBay, some people go on Amazon, some people go on Shopify, some people go on Instagram, some people go on Facebook Marketplace. They're just different channels. So when you hear me talk about channels, I just wanted to define that for you. Now, what we do is we use a lot of solutions. So we use software to ensure that if we're selling on multiple channels, like we're selling on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, I don't want to log into every single store every day. So we'll get some software that puts everything on one dashboard. So when I come in, I say, okay, Amazon make 20,000. All right, eBay make 10,000. All right, UK make another 15,000. I can see it in one place. And I can know if I'm running out of this busy tea or I'm running out of this thirsty tea on this channel, I can use the solution to manage that. Now, I get the questions. I can feel them right here in my neck. The question is, what, Mr. Mark? I hear you. It sounds good. But can this really work from Jamaica? I've seen a lot of people, I hear a lot of stories about people who start and them having problems from Jamaica because shipping this and then sometimes the shipping come back. I don't have a lot of money. Can this work for me? Will this really work for me? We get those questions all the time. And guess what? It's okay to have those questions initially. Because trust me, when I started this in 2005, I've been dabbling with online. And I was like, people overseas, this can work for, but not us. We're in Jamaica. We're surrounded by sharks. That can't work for us. But then one day I was in Florida and my aunt gave me a glass fish. She said one of the guys that she was taking care of, he died and he gave her the glass fish before he died. And she said, you can list this on eBay and try to see if it sells. She said, okay. I listed it on eBay. Can anybody in the chat guess how much I sold that for? A glass fish. It was probably about this. It's a glass fish. Somebody carved it out of glass. Did the signature on the bottom. Can anybody guess how much I sold that glass fish for? That was my first sale, and that blew my mind. Let me see if I can see what the chat is saying. Glass fish. Anybody? Tiffany is close. Tiffany is very close. It was $62. Glass fish sold for $62. No, seriously. Me just go to Florida for holiday and I'm able to sell a glass fish for $62. Really? Mind blown. I couldn't believe. Whole bomb take my hand, but couldn't believe it worked. Like, somebody really buy it, pack it up nice, bubble wrap it and everything, make sure it not crack, ship it off. Customer come back on eBay. Thank you so much. Got my glass fish. Really excited. I was like, people buy this kind of stuff? Those are the questions that you're going to be asking yourself, and it's going to cause paralysis by analysis because you're going to be like, hold on. So if I buy some Buster and if I buy some Donkey Kong and I put it together and I say old school Jamaican stuff, you mean I can buy this for a couple $100 Jamaican and somebody is willing to pay $19.95 for it? No, sir, that can't work. Can't work. Can't work, Barrington. Can't work. Let me give you a perfect example. So I went to Megamart. And I'm in Megamart and we sell a lot of coffee. I can tell you that. We sell a lot of coffee. So I go to Mega Mart and I saw this guy and he had coffee flavored tamarind balls. I'm like, tamarind balls, tamarind balls. When you're in the US, and maybe say you run off, I know you saw Donald Trump run up and know everybody, and you can't get what you want. I list them. So I bought the whole, I bought one pack with enough, was for $60. So I listed a 6-pack. How much I listed the 6-pack for? $19.95 for 6-pack when I paid 360 Jamaican dollars. So I listed about 10 of them. Go back within a week and a half, 2 weeks, sold out. Go back to Mega Mart. Next time I go back to Mega Mart, I saw the guy there who was the actual supplier. So I said, hey, can I buy a whole case? And I bought a whole case from him. Go home, list them again. They all sold out. And I'm like, oh my word, this thing work. I sold off all of that for $19.95. I think I made at least, probably make about $70,000, $80,000. I sell tamarind ball? Really? In your mind, you'll be thinking, that's not going to work. But I can tell you, when you list it and it sell, and you go pack it up and go to post office and ship it off, and the customer get it and say, oh, thank you so much, we're happy. That is when you get to see that, hey, this is not a joke thing. This is real. Another thing that I sold that was just got me thinking. Anybody on here know castor oil and know how popular Jamaican black castor oil is? So my father-in-law grow the seeds, him have the trees and him grow the seeds and everything. And I went on eBay one day and somebody said they're looking for Zanzibar seed and it was sold out. I never know what Zanzibar seed is. We don't do the research. Now the same castor oil seed. So they wanted 7 of them to plant a hedging because they said the plant a hedging and the rat don't mess with their crops and whatever. So I am like, no, sir, this could never be real. So I went to my father-in-law and I got 7 of them. I put it in a Ziploc bag. And I took the pictures and I created the listing and put it up on eBay. 7 hybrid Zanzibar seeds, $12.99. Guys, how much I say I listed for? $12.99 for 7 seeds. Regular seed will pop off of the tree. We just take them up, put them in our bag. Left it there, probably about 3-4 weeks later, sold. What? Go to the post office, ship it off, 250 Jamaican dollars. You don't need to convince me again. I know this works now because I'm proving it. And as there, and I'm thinking, people say money don't grow on tree, but it does. Look at that. I just go on the tree, pick 7 seeds, and I'm able to sell it for $12.99. No, I was convinced, like nobody can tell me nothing about online selling again. And that's when I really got into it, But one of the biggest things you can do, and I want you to if you're listening on the recording, if you're listening to this live, write this down. When you build relationships with suppliers, that is your ticket to really make your business explode. You can go buy at supermarket, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. But when you build relationships with your suppliers, that is when your business just got to the next level. And I'm going to give you guys a story about that as we move on. So who have I worked with before? Who are some of the companies? National, Fleetwood, Soft Touch. All of these companies, we've got them on Amazon. We've listed them on Amazon. And we have worked with multi-million-dollar companies who are just like, listen, we don't have the time for that. Just go ahead and, you come in, deal with all of the Amazon part of it, get it done. To acquire Amazon skill set is truly something that will help you not just know and not just on Amazon, but you can go on eBay, you can go on Etsy, you can go on Shopify. It's this e-commerce skill set that won't go anywhere. Do you know that during COVID, we sold so much busy tea because Jamaicans, they don't trust what's out there. What they know. I know busy. That's what my mother gave me when I was sick. And I sold so much busy tea, Cersei, guinea hen wheat tea. We're buying a bag of Cersei tea for $250. We're selling it for £9.99 on Amazon.co.uk. So we not only sell on Amazon North America, we sell on London, Italy, Spain, France. I've never been to those places. I live in Jamaica. But when you see the pounds coming in, you're like, oh, this is real. This is real. And as I said, stay to the end. I'm going to show you the proof. I'm not just here running my mouth and tell you that. I'm going to show you the proof. So one of the things that really help us to see that this makes sense is when you have students. So I always like to train others. My favorite scripture is Luke 6:38. Practice giving. Giving don't mean that I have to give you money, you know. It means if I can impart some knowledge to you and you can come back and say, boy, you know, it's really helped me. No, I think it's a little bit fine. So let me see if I can pray. I'm just going to read a testimonial for one of my students, live here in Jamaica. This lady, she said, I've always wanted to sell on Amazon, but Jamaica wasn't listed as one of the 150 countries. On July 7, 2021, she has it down to the T. I saw Barrington on television. He stated that Jamaicans can now sell on Amazon. I registered right away. There was a full setback. I sent my first package August 2021, my first FBA sale August 26. My selling was a miracle as I have a huge project and I was wondering how I could accomplish it. Once I sent our first shipment, it was back-to-back shipments. I set the first goal to reach $20,000 in sales by December 21. To God be the glory. At the end of December, I was a little over my target. I hit 20,000. 2022. January 2022, I set a new target, $100,000 by the end of 2022. Today is June 28 and I'm at $82,630. My approximate monthly sales is 14,000 US. To be successful on Amazon, and this is what I want you to hear. To be successful on Amazon, you have to be determined. You can't be a quitter. I love this. You have to put in the work if you want to see real results. Guys, I can tell you this right now. I can pause this webinar. If you just think this is a get rich quicker, you can come in and make money tomorrow, it's easier you come off of the webinar. I can tell you that boldly because it requires work. It requires stick-to-itiveness. It does require that. 10 months later, I've started my huge project and I hope to complete approximately 2 years. Every 2 weeks, I'm able to withdraw 4,000 US to my Jamaican bank account. If I can do it, you can do it too. This is not joke. I never say, hey, this is just testimonials from me and all different kind of people to say that this works. This is not a joke thing. This really does work. And remember, we live right here in Jamaica. No, this is another student, but this is a student who is in the US because we do a lot of training for people in the US. But this guy is from Indonesia. Indonesia. He said he started with 400 US dollars. So can this work if I have a little bit of money for start? Yeah. He started with 400 US dollars. And that's when he came into our training program in 2014. He said, Barrington, he ended 2022 at 8.9 million US dollar. And he's probably taking home probably about 42% of that. He's probably taking home about 42% of that. I'm just saying this to say what we teach around here work because we're in it with you. It's not like we're teaching you something and we're just like, we are in this with you. We know the data. We know customs. We understand what customs need, how you ship, what kind of box, where to get the boxes from, where to get bubble wrap, all the kind of stuff that you will need. Those are the things that we teach. If Amazon kick back and say, hey, this invoice is not good, you have to get another invoice. We work with suppliers to get you invoices so that you can be up and running. No, this is the part of it that make it lively. So when you see a notification from Amazon, Amazon has shipped the item you sold. It's a beautiful thing because you know it's a gravy garden in your bank account. Remember, if you send your products to Amazon FBA, Amazon will hold it for you, put the nice Prime badge under it, and then when the customer buy, Amazon will pick 1 or 2 out of it, pack it, and ship it to the customer. That's it. That's your end of the work. Now, as I mentioned, we not only sell on Amazon. We sell on Walmart, we sell on Etsy, we sell on eBay, we sell on Shopify, we sell on TikTok, we sell on all the different platforms. The training that we're going to do with UCC is geared to Amazon and eBay. But I'm just showing you that we do all different platforms because multiple streams, that's the way you win. See Amazon, see Walmart, the orders come in, order complete, order going out. Amazon, no, this is interesting. Now I circle it. Do you know that that 550 US dollar is one order? One order from a customer. And that customer bought like 7 pounds of coffee. One order, $550. So $550, just work it out, right? $550. We like to sell products that carry good margin. $550 times 155, say. That's 85 grand, one order. I must can make a 20 grand off of that in my pocket for myself. After me buy, after me ship, after me, I want to put a 20 grand out of that in my pocket. That's the potential of Amazon, eBay. That's the potential because people love items. Now, at this point, I want to interact with you guys. Tell me, what are some of the things that you are thinking to sell? I want to see if you're there with me. And I like this group because I see people start chiming in the chat already. What are some of the things that, based on the conversation so far, you're like, I could probably sell this. I could probably sell that. What are some of the things that you are thinking that you could probably sell on Amazon or probably would do well? Drop it in the chat, man. Let me see. I love that, Leela. Honey, Rochelle, moringa seeds. Moringa is, next level. Rochelle, me love that. Coffee. You see, Nikisha is like, hey, go straight. Mr. McDonough win with it already. Gourmet bammies, honey. I like that. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Jams and jellies, natural teas, mango leaf. Guys, these are some of the ideas that I want you to be rolling with. Jamaica is a gold mine when it comes to the products from Jamaica. I tell you, and ask you, tell you. One of the things I want to encourage you to do is that there's Expo coming up in April. Go there, see all of the products that Jamaica make. Sweet potato flour, I love that. Herbs, herbal hair products, Jamaican cultural items. All of these products are winners. How I know that? So I've been selling since Usain Bolt run. So 1 year when Usain Bolt was running, I just made sure my store was stocked. And you have to understand trends. So I made sure my store was stocked, and it was like at the start line, Jamaica at the start line, It was the year when we did that in 2012 when we did 1, 2, 3. And I just make sure my store stock and leave it. You see when them done and they do the 1, 2, 3, and I go back and check my store, stuff are sell like crazy because there's a Jamaica frenzy. This just get viral. Jamaica get viral. So everybody come online and come on Amazon and they want to buy something Jamaican. Anything that you have moved during that time. When it comes down to the Q4, October 1st to December 31st, that's when you really see sales. Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, you're going to see sales go through the roof. You're going to think that, wow, this is not a joke thing. It's real something. People are obsessed with Jamaica. They come here millions, by the millions every year they come here on vacation. They taste the spices. They taste the teas. They taste the curry. And they're just like, yo, how can I get it? Where do you think they're going to go? They're going to go back to Amazon. As they go home, there's Amazon, Walmart, eBay. They're going to check, oh, I love this drink. I want to buy it. I love this, 6-pack of, what is the name? There's the rum cream. Oh, I'm going to go on eBay and I'm going to buy it. People buy all kinds of stuff. One of the things that I know sell, I've done this with a lot of my students, is, and I'm going to tell you that a little bit later, one of those things that always sell. Now, e-com. Amazon.com, as I said, eBay, Etsy, these are all our channels. We have Shopify, we have Walmart. Now, we're at the point of the webinar that I want to formally introduce myself. My name is Barrington McIntosh. I'm family of 5, 6 of us. I've been selling on Amazon since 2009, first to do it out of Jamaica. Known in the online space as a global selling consultant. We specialize in coffee. And one evening back in 2012, I saw an email come in, and my wife say, you saw that email? I'm like, what email? Our store is ranked in the top 25% of the millions of stores on Amazon. I'm like, really? All of this from Jamaica? Since that, they've called and they've said, the largest Amazon sellers conference, they've called and said, hey, listen, we want to fly you out to Texas. We want you to come in and be our keynote speaker. And I'm like, go up there, sit down, all of these people, 900 people, 1,200 people. And I'm talking about the story that we're doing from Jamaica. That's why I tell people, when we about to run, go now, we are going to run off. Yeah, Jamaica have it up and down, But you see, as long as you put your mind to it, there's so much that you can do outside of the crowd. I don't like to be up in all the limelight and all of that. I just like to be off the grid and do my thing. And I'm telling you, the products that we have are amazing. The products that we make are amazing. People love them. The demand is high. So we don't need to nickel and dime. You just set up your Amazon store and just go on under the quiet, do your thing, make your local gravy. The largest Amazon sellers conference, as I mentioned, in 2014, they flew us in and they're like, listen, every year since that, every single year we go in. Sometimes I just say, listen, I have to do it online. Every year. Why? Just to teach students about doing this. And then I was like, but I'm not doing this in Jamaica. That's so bad. I need to be teaching people in Jamaica that, hey, listen, you can do this too. It's not a joke thing. You can do this right from Jamaica. And that's what I want to do. It's not to come and say, oh, we do this and we do that. No, you're not show off thing now, right? It's all about how can I inspire somebody here to make them see that, in the Jamaican I do this? Really? Let me see me can do it then. How would an extra $1,000 a month just change up all your dynamic setup? It's all about motivating you to know, say, yo, you can do this from here. You can set up your own store. Think about it. If you're to go into a Manor Park or wherever to go get a store or a storefront, how much money that? Enough money. $250 a month, $150, $180 a month. You cannot do that. Now you're able to go on the largest platform of hungry buyers with credit card with a lot of trust for $39.99 a month. That's your store rent. You can't get that nowhere. Don't sleep on this opportunity, guys. Jump on it. Amazon is like in its infancy. Online penetration is about 15%. Some people like to go a shop, go buy it and touch it and feel it. But Amazon is the juggernaut when it comes to anything e-commerce wise. Me and you know because we buy on Amazon every day. Now, as I mentioned, most of us are familiar with Amazon, but we think that Amazon carry everything. 54% of the items are sold by me and you. Is we make Amazon have such a wide selection. And that's everybody come there, but what Amazon have? The trust. Everybody that come to Amazon, they buy because they know, if I buy it and I don't get it, Amazon will give me my money. Fine. So they don't nickel and dime you. They come, put the credit card, boom. We have customers who buy every month. Every month. They spend $1,000 every month, every month, every month. That's what you get when you go on Amazon. So my commitment right now on this call is that anybody who is serious about changing their income, we're going to be working with you on this program that's sponsored by UCC. We're going to be working with you to become successful. And at the end, we're going to show you and tell you how this is possible. But I really want to see if you guys are action takers. I have a free newsletter, and it's at barringtonmacintosh.com. Before the end of this webinar, I want to see everybody on this webinar sign up for the free newsletter. We send tips and tricks on how to, work with Amazon, different things that's going on with Amazon, any changes with Amazon. It's a free newsletter. I want to see if you are action takers. You know what? Sometimes I have free call and people will book the 15-minute session and they don't come on. I'm like, really? You get an opportunity to talk to somebody that is actually in it and doing it every day and you don't come on? That's why people don't become successful. But you see, I'm going to see now if this group, Macintosh, is serious. I just dropped the URL. All you have to do, register. While we continue this, I want you to register on that link. Let me see if you guys are really serious about this opportunity. Now, what are some of the challenges? Mr. Maki just talk about all of the nice things. You do this, you make this. What are some of the challenges? Well, completing the account setup is just like going to the embassy. Sometimes you carry everything and Amazon still kick you back and you're like, but I have everything right. How do you get around that? What is ungating? Getting ungated. Amazon wants to see that if you tell them that, hey, listen up, I have cakes. I'm going to be selling cakes. I have some cakes here. I have cakes. Amazon want to know where you buy them, who you buy from, who's your supplier. So you're going to have an invoice in your store's name that says, I bought from Barrington's Manufacturing. Okay, and Amazon will call and say, hey, did such and such buy from you? Okay, now we give them permission to sell on our platform. Why are they so serious? Amazon is fanatic about their customers. They start with the customer and they work back. So if you come on the platform, don't think you can come on there and take a one sale and take the money and run off. They don't play. They're very strict. They have billions of dollars to invest in technology to track things. So trust me, just work with their thing, work with their rules. How about finding the right product, finding the right suppliers? Sometimes you find a nice product and when you look, whole heap of people come on it and sell it and them and lower the price. How you get around things like that? What about Amazon account issues? They might tell you that, hey, listen, you need to prove to us that you are who you say you are and all that, and they block your account and you have orders that you need to fill and all that kind of stuff. How are you going to get around those things? We can help you with that. Handling Amazon account issues. So that's the visa. We're going to show you how we can help you with it. So what we do as well is we work with other third-party prep centers. Like in the US, we work with a prep center that is called Timber House Delivery. And they will get if you have products that you see on, let's say you see some products on Walmart and you'd like to buy them and sell them on Amazon. You can't buy them from Walmart and send them directly to Amazon. So you have to buy them, send them to the prep center and have them put it together and then send it into your Amazon account. We work with prep centers like that in the US. And those are some of the things that we're going to introduce you to so that you'll be able to understand, oh, I can actually buy products in the US that I'm not even in the US and sell those on Amazon? Yes, you can, because we have created that. So it makes life easier for you. Some of the times you can buy products here, but sometimes you can buy products in the US and have them selling and you don't touch it. That's when you're really growing your business. No. You see, when you have orders and the prep center will tell you, okay, I'm going to fill it for $10.47. This one is going to be filled for $6. So you know your numbers ahead of the game. Amazon gives you a selling app that you can use to actually know how much money you're going to make even before you sell the product. So that's what I love about them. They're going to tell you exactly how much money. So they say, how much money you see the product for online? $39.99. Okay. How much is your cost? My cost is $11. Okay, they're going to take out your fees, they're going to take out shipping, and they're going to say, when you finish, you're going to make $8. You need to say, okay, does this make sense? Am I okay with $8 after spending $11? I am fine with that. Once you're okay, then you go buy that product and send it in. But let's say when you work the numbers, you say, me not only dollar me ever make, or is it worth my time and effort for this product to only make $1? Maybe not. Maybe I need to go look for another $8 product. So that is how it works. That's what I love about Amazon, the data. They give you the data. So even before you sell a product, you can know how much the fees are going to be, how much the shipping is going to be, how much it's going to cost to send it into Amazon. So you know your buy cost. And when you crunch all of those numbers, you're going to know, okay, this one makes sense. Am I okay with making $2? Or do I want to go for another product that's making me $8 to $10? You make your decision. Now, selling on Amazon, there's two ways. There's fulfillment by Amazon, where you pack up your products and you send them directly into Amazon warehouse. Or there is fulfillment by merchant, where when you get the order, you pack it up yourself, you go down to post office and you ship it to the customer. Everybody understand that? Let me just break that down slow again. There are two ways to sell on Amazon. You can either do fulfillment by Amazon, where let's say you have 24 teas and you pack up in a box. Amazon's going to tell you where to send it and you send it in to them. When it gets to Amazon and a customer come on the platform and they order one tea, Amazon take it out, put it in a little Amazon box, ship it to the customer, collect the money. Every 2 weeks, they pay you yours, take out their fee out of it. The other method is where you are the one that when you get the order, it say, hey, you have an order, you need to go buy your label at the post office, put it in a box and send it to the customer. So there are two ways. Everybody understand that? Two ways to sell on Amazon. Fulfillment by Amazon, fulfillment by merchant. When you do fulfillment by Amazon, you get the Prime badge, which customers love. Me and you love to go on and we say, this one on Prime? Okay, we're going to buy the one on Prime. Why we buy on Prime? Because it's going to get there faster. Next day, same day, it's going to get there faster. Americans is about convenience and speed. They don't want to wait for 3 weeks. They will, but they don't want to. They want convenience and speed. Etsy is another platform we've been selling on for a while. Or eBay, Shopify, so all the different platforms. Did you guys know there's a marketplace called Wish? We've been selling on that platform too. All of the orders come in, we track them, we know how much money we're spending, and we go from there. Etsy doubled their sales in May 2020, and that platform just keep growing. Etsy will sell you stuff that's totally unique, so you can create stuff. My children here, they painted over a coffee mug with some steam coming out and listed it on Etsy for $200. And it sold for $200 in COVID, $200. They just bought some canvas, get a picture, copy it, list it on Etsy, $200. That is why you need to be thinking online. Make people see it and they will set the price. Now, we also sell globally. As I mentioned, we sell on Amazon UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain, all from here in Jamaica. Amazon has that setup where they do FBA export, where FBA export is where you send the product to Amazon.com, and if somebody buys it in Singapore, Amazon will handle picking it, shipping it to Singapore, collect the money, pay you every 2 weeks. Amazon is beautiful when it comes to that. So they make it so easy to expand globally. They give you the option from your account. You can sell cross-border. They take care of all of the, the currency differences and all of that. All you need to do is to get it to Amazon.com. That's it. That's the beauty about selling on Amazon. Now, what I'm talking about, what I love now, Amazon Europe. See, when you sign up for Amazon, they give you Amazon.com, Amazon Canada, and Amazon Mexico. But here's the good thing now. You can expand into Europe. And when you're in Europe, you get UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain. Now, what you notice down here, the symbol change. It changed to pound and euros. Look at this. Amazon.uk has dispatched the item you sold. Dispatch. I love to see that. I love to see that when it said dispatch. Now look here. £54,000. Now wait, that's the money. £54,000. That was in that year. That is what. I've never been to the UK. Never been to the UK. Never. But guess what? When you see the gravy coming back in pounds and you convert it, you're like, okay, this is all right. I'll keep doing it. Then we go over to Europe. See Amazon Germany, you get your money in euros. I have 10 listings I'm selling over there. And we've been selling in Europe since 2012. See it there? Again, that year we ended at £70,000. That's just one account. That's just one account. One account. One account. I live here in Jamaica. I sit down right here in Jamaica. Now, this is great, Barrington. But what about those who are new to online selling? Like us, we're just coming on, we'll be brand new. Look at this lady. This is one of my students. She's in the US. She's at $10,000 and she got her first sale on November 26th. This is one of my coaching students. So I have one-on-one coaching students. So this is one of my coaching students, 10,000. This is another one of my students from Jamaica. She said this month she's already gone $3,000. This is proven, guys. The key thing is taking action and not being paralyzed by, can this really work? All these numbers I'm seeing, can this really work? No, I mentioned earlier, partnering with a prep center. That is something that can make your business just skyrocket. So once you understand how to do it from Jamaica and you partner with a prep center like a Timber House Deliveries in Atlanta, they're going to take the orders for you. So let's say you go online and you list something and you get a sale. You email them and say, hey, I got a sale. Can you fill this order for me? They'll pick it from their warehouse and ship it to the customer. Done. That's your prep center. Have them fill orders without touching it. And that's where you start to grow. When you see orders being filled and you're not even physically touching it. What's our process? We make 80% of our profits from 20% of our SKUs. So we have to make sure that them 20% are in stock. And 20% of the product, they must be in stock. Because sometimes them just come down on you. Something viral happen when you look in your store, empty. Some video come out and they're talking about coffee and whatever, you look in your store, empty. You have to make sure. Again, this is not an overnight process. We have to check inventory. We have to see what's going on. We have to keep replenishing. We have to keep sending in over and over and over again. So what are our methods? We mostly sell wholesale. We do a lot of wholesale because we've been in it for 15 years. So we do a lot of wholesale. We ensure we don't run out of the top sellers. And it's very challenging to sell on multiple platforms, but we try to manage that by making sure we don't run out of inventory on eBay, run out of inventory on Amazon, run out on Shopify. It's a good problem, but you have to manage it. You have to put in the work. And guys, once you put in the work, you will see the results. Trust me. So what are your action steps now? I gave you one before. Ensure that you're signed up on barringtonmacintosh.com. Part of the free newsletter. You get communication with that. Ensure that your mindset, you change your mindset. And if you're around people who are negative, now so that not gonna work. So try and move away from them. Don't overcomplicate the process. Don't start thinking, Barton, really? People going to buy this? Look here. What's this? What's this? Anybody can write this in the chat? What's this? Anybody seeing this? Anybody seeing this? All right, so they get the question good. These sauces sell like crazy, especially July 4. They sell so much. You can be one of those who's selling those sauces. You can be one of those. Now, would you like us now to work with you to get your store fully set up? Would you like us to work with you? That is the offer that UCC have, where we're going to work with you to set up your Amazon store. We're going to work with you to get ungated in the particular category. Because, guys, I tell you, you can go there and watch YouTube videos, but not a lot of people do it from Jamaica. So they're going to tell you some stuff and you'll be like, but it's not working for me in Jamaica. We live here. We've been doing this for 15 years. We understand how to do it. We work with students every single month. We have thousands of students all over the world that we have coached. And we have had them growing massive businesses. Some of them much larger than the businesses that we have. But that's great because you'll always have the resource. They'll always tell you something or teach you something new and you're like, never knew that. You don't know everything else. So you just have to remain humble and be able to take talk. You understand? This is what UCC has now. They are set up with a program that's going to run. I think, Nick, are you going to come on and talk about it? And they're going to tell you how to get set up and how to get started today. And guys, for those who are early action takers, we're going to get you added to the group early, even before the start of the class, so that you can start learning and you can start getting your business. So by the time class starts, you're ready to rock and roll. So who's ready to set up their Amazon store from Jamaica to start understanding and gaining the profits? Put a yes in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. If you are ready to take action on all of what we've talking about so far, we've spoken about so far, put a 1 or a yes in the chat. This is not a joke thing. I'm telling you, the student really blew my mind. She called me and she said, Mr. Mark, I've never seen this kind of money in my life. I did 20,000 US dollar on eBay. I was like, really? You know what you're selling? Regular grocery stuff where you can go buy in the supermarket. Regular grocery stuff where you can go buy in the supermarket. Seriously? And she did $20,000 in 4 months. Typically, you have to be putting in the work. You're not going to just wake up tomorrow and say, oh, Mr. Maxi, I make 20. No, she put in the work. She did the research. She come to the class. She asked questions. And she was able to do that. So I would love to take your questions. And then I'm going to have Nick. Are you on? You can let them know how they can get signed up to start, because we want to get this going. And for the early birds, we're going to get you in the group and we're going to get you rocking with getting your store going. So questions, guys. And remember to sign up on barringtonmacintosh.com. That's our free newsletter.
All right, so we did have a few questions earlier. So guys, if you have any questions, you can put in the Q&A chat. But right now there's one, and they ask, how do we do taxes with an Amazon store? Would we have to pay both US and Jamaican taxes? And could you walk it through step by step or show a source?
Very nice, very nice. So we're not tax advisors, but we can give you, kind of guide you in the right direction. So you don't have to pay 2 tax. We're on the North America Free Trade Agreement. So we don't have to pay 2 tax. So you don't have to pay taxes in the States and then pay taxes here. So what Amazon does is when your store gets to 200 sales or 20,000 US dollars, they send you a 1099. So when you send a 1099 now, show you how much money you make, then you go back to your accountant here in Jamaica and you say, hey, I did $20,000. Is that past the threshold for Jamaican taxes? And if it's not past the threshold, you're good to go. But once it's past that threshold now, then your tax advisor would tell your accountant would tell you that, hey, What's the Jamaican tax threshold again? They're going to tell you what it is. If it's 3.2 million or whatever, you have to pass that in profits, and then everything else gets taxed. So that is where the taxes come in. But you don't pay tax in the US and tax in Jamaica. You only pay taxes here in Jamaica because you're going to be signed up and be operating from Jamaica. Nick, somebody was asking about the cost.
Okay, yeah. So two questions, kill two with one stone. Someone asked, how do you join the group and what is the cost? So as of right now, well, I can just tell a little bit about the program. So what happens is we have it spans across 4 days, 8 hours total. And Barrington will walk you through the steps from, if you don't have a store, if you don't have anything, right? He'll walk from the steps from setting up your store to getting a very first sale, right? And we're both on eBay and Amazon, step by step, everything you need to know and everything you need to have. Also, the cost for that is only 45,000 right now. And once you have signed up for it, you'll be able to join the group. The earlier sign up, the more time you'll have with others that have done it already. You'll be speaking with Mr. McIntosh personally as well within the group and bounce questions off each other's and ideas and whatnot. So I'll just put it up on the screen as we go through more questions. Right?
Yeah, you can put them.
All right, so someone asks, what about FBA clearance for food items?
Excellent question. No, it depends on what your items are. For the most part, when you're on Amazon, you look and see if the product is already selling. Only time you're going to need FDA clearance is if it is something that's going to be ingested and it's not even on Amazon yet, and it's new, that's a new product, and you go to the fda.org website and you can register that product. The FDA wants to see that you are, preparing that product, in a warehouse that is ISO 9000 certified and whatever, or even if you don't have that kind of warehouse, if your product is being prepared in that warehouse. So you can partner with somebody and have okay, there's a warehouse or a manufacturing plant in St. Thomas, and I'm making a hair product, and my hair product is made there, you automatically come under their ISO 9000 specification, and you're good with FDA. So normally, if you're sending a small shipment, you don't need the FDA for that shipment. But if you're sending a larger shipment, you're going to have to fill out the FDA pre-registration and everything, getting that done. But once the product is already on Amazon, you don't really have an issue with FDA. It's only if it's a brand new product, not on the market yet, and you are the first one to get it to market, then you will need to fill it out if you're shipping above a certain amount that is considered commercial.
All right. Attila asks, will Mr. McIntosh be doing the training? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Chanel Hutchinson, she asked if I am selling canned food, what certificates do they need?
Okay, so if you're selling canned foods, Bureau of Standards. So you have to make sure that you go to Bureau of Standards, get your thing cleared, get it all set up and everything, and you will get that certificate from Bureau of Standards. So if Amazon asks you, who checked it? Which entity checked this particular product? Then you can say, okay, yeah, we went to the Bureau of Standards. Here's our certificates from Jamaica, and we'll use that. So you have to get that done through the Bureau of Standards. Because they have to do inspection and testing and lifetime, and when they put it down to age for a while and then they check it back for if any bacteria. Bureau of Standards Jamaica.
All right, someone asked, what are the best practices for marketing and promoting the products on the platforms?
Excellent question. So if you are marketing the product, you want to make sure that as soon as you list it, Amazon gives you a social link. So you can Facebook it, Instagram it, whatever, TikTok, whatever. Amazon gives you those links. Now, once you have those links, you can share it with your social network, which is great because that's going to bring organic traffic. But Amazon also has ads. So if you say, hey, Mr. Mac, my product is new, and we'll put product on the front page. How are you going to get to the front page? Amazon gives you Amazon ads, and normally they start you off with like $150 in credit, and you can buy ads, and when you buy those ads, Amazon will push your product to the front. Now, one of the main things you want to ensure is that your product have good images. Don't bother skimp on the images. Pay somebody professional and take proper images. Amazon needs 7 images of your product. The first one on white background. Then you can have a lifestyle, maybe somebody using the product, somebody eating, whatever lifestyle. And then they'll take a 30-second video. Don't skimp on that. Make sure that you put in the work, put in the money to get good. Because when people come on a listing, that's what they're going to be like, oh, this look nice, man. That's how it sells. The images sell. So don't skimp on the images. Make sure that you get good quality images. And that's the way now you can use either ads. Amazon also has what's called a Vine program. So you pay them like $150 and you give out some samples and they have people test it, use it on themselves, burn them here, whatever, eat it or whatever. And then they leave reviews. So you get 6 reviews or 10 reviews. That will get your listing rolling. Because me and you know, if we go on a product and we see 1 star, we not buy that, we move on. So when Amazon do it with the Vine program, you spend $150 and you send out some samples and they'll have people test it and do it, like influencers, test it and so on, leave reviews on your product. And then that will get your product rolling. So you can do reviews, you can buy ads, you can share it with your social network.
Okay, so we're taking one more. Michelle Richardson, she asked, if selling skincare, what requirements are needed?
Right. So, Michelle, is the same requirements as I just mentioned a while ago. You want to ensure that you have the product tested at Bureau of Standards so that you have some certification. You can have the product tested. And the good thing is, with Amazon, even if you start an Amazon store for your business, you can sell other products in the meantime while you get your product going. So they just want to know that some entity did some test on it. So Bureau of Standards, whoever it is, did the test on it and then so okay, it is good for public consumption then. And once you do that, then you can send up like a sample amount less than 20 pounds and test the market. And just test the market to see how people will react to it. Do you know that people buy fruit cake on Amazon like crazy? People make a them yard with them stove, buy fruit cake, Jamaican fruit cake with soak with raisins and so $45, $85. I have one of my students who his father has a bakery. Do you know how much he's selling 5-pack of bola for? I want somebody to guess that. And anybody is close to that, I'm gonna do a session with them. 5-pack of bola, he has 5 of them selling on Amazon from his father's bakery. How much? Keep going, guy. Keep going. 5-pack. Five pack. All right. We can stop here, so because I see somebody get close. I think the first person that got close was let me see. I think we'll give the first person that got close. Clover Mackenzie. So Clover Mackenzie, she was one of the first persons to get close. So just send that email to support@Barrington-McIntosh and I'll tell you what it is that we're going to do for you. Support@BarringtonMcIntosh.com. Clover Mackenzie.
All right, we'll continue to have quite a few questions. I can take one that's pretty, well, I can take 2 more. So this one is very, I would say, interesting, or it's a pressing matter. Someone said if eBay restricted their account, how can it be removed?
How can what?
How can the restriction be removed?
Why did eBay restrict their account? Very important. Why? Was it violation of their terms of service? That is very, very important. You have to know what's the reason why they restricted my account. If it's a violation, then it's something that you probably have to go try open it with somebody else's credentials or some other credentials from a different IP address and everything. But if you violate their thing, you can't, they just lock you off. That's why it's so important to do the right thing and so important to have mentorship. Because sometimes you're going out there, you do something you're not sure. You maybe borrow a picture and you never know that you can't copy that picture and use it, and they're like, that's against our terms of service, and you get your account flagged, and the account was doing so well. So and then if you do that, then it's going to, cause a problem. So you want to make sure that you follow the guidelines. And if you have a inkling that maybe we're doing something wrong, you ask a question. We don't need to do LLCs, Ricardo, because LLCs, when you're in the US, you're set up a business in the US. From Jamaica, you can start as an individual, or if you have a company, registered limited company, you can use the company. But you can start as an individual with a TRN with credentials. You don't need an LLC to start on Amazon from Jamaica. Not required.
All right. Here's an interesting one. So someone said if you're reselling an already branded and tested product, for example, Walker's Wood, do we need any permission from the original seller to resell their products and upmark the prices online?
Good question. So when you go on, Amazon will tell you if it's restricted, then you need permission. So when you go and try to sell it, Amazon is going to say, hold on there. This is restricted. And if it's restricted, then you will need further permission from the manufacturer. But if you go on and you try to sell it and you can sell it, that means it's okay for now. It's okay. So that's what we're going to teach you as a part of it, how to resell the product. So what I want to see now is the early action takers. So Nick, if you can give them the information and let me see who is ready to sign up right now. Nick is going to drop the information and we're going to see who is ready to sign up right away. So if you put that information up.
So on the screen, you'll see just a bit of information that's there available right now. So what I'll do, I will email everyone personally here. Well, it's a lot of you, but I'll email you. I'll send out an email to you after the webinar about the details on how you can be a part of this movement, right? So I said, Mr. McIntosh will teach you everything you need to know to get started. And it's very personal workshop. So what I mean by that is that you get to speak to him, any issues you're having, all the serious questions you'll get to ask, and really just walk you through
Nick, I heard
everything
you say you're
need
going
to
to see something on screen, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm just seeing I don't know if you're sharing something.
Hold on, let me reshare real quick. All right, can you see now?
Yeah. Yeah. So guys, this is how you can take action to start going. That's the early bird. Obviously, that's going to cut off because we start next week. So I'm not sure how long the early bird is going to run for, but here's the phone number, 906-3000 extension 4115. You can send that email, bdci@ucc.edu.jm, or you can call. So if you're ready to rock and roll, I tell you, don't drop the ball on this, because you're going to see how to get things up and running. And the beauty with this on Amazon is they have everything laid out. They've been doing this so long, they have everything laid out. So it's really just understanding how to take advantage of this. So the regular price for 50,000 is going to start on the 4th. Until the 3rd, it's 45,000. Telephone number is 906-3000.
And you can also reach us through 337-1597, and WhatsApp is available for that number as well, if you don't want to be on a phone call, right? So that would be it for today's session. Remember, guys, you can look out for an email coming into you right after this session, and we'll give you all the information that you would need to get started on this journey. And as to be asking about part payments, that will be included as well. Okay, so we will wrap up the webinar here. So thank you again, Mr. McIntosh, for a very wonderful presentation. It's always a pleasure to have you. And thank you everyone who participated. And we will be seeing you very soon. All right. So take care, everyone.